Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a Q&A and I put it up on Instagram the other day for people to ask me questions, and people were so nice. Like I never have the balls, like when someone puts up that question thing on Instagram, like I would never have the balls to actually ask someone something, and I thought that other people would be like that. There is a lot and I don't want this video to be overly long, so I'm just going to get stuck straight into the questions. I did kind of look over some, but a good few of them were like, what do you want to do after school, all that there type of stuff. So what's your plans after school, and then what are your plans for the end of year, uni or work, what uni do you want to go to and what do you want to study, life ambitions, all that there. So obviously the ideal scenario after school would be to get good enough A-level grades to get into the uni that I want to go to, which is Northumbria in Newcastle, and I would really want to study law. It was always kind of a toss-up for me to either study law or something like finance or something, and I really had my sights set on being a stockbroker for a couple of years. I just thought it was so interesting. What just scares me now is like the fact that I'm lower sixth, and obviously since the coronavirus came that they have to give out projected grades. I would honestly rather do my exams than be given a shitty projected grade based off on what I've done this year, because what I've done this year is nothing. So yeah, but my actual makeup now looks like ass. I put gold, I thought it was like gold eyeshadow, and it was, but it looks more yellow than gold. It looks gold on the palette and it looks yellow on my eye.
Wow, you have your camera turned back to front.
Next one is, what's your dream job? And to be Kim Kardashian. Biggest pet peeve, I really don't like people, you know, when they're chatting to you, like looking about your face. It's like, if I have some on my face, tell me. People saying ASOS instead of ASOS kind of annoys me, and I don't know why. It's not like my biggest pet peeve ever. I don't know what my biggest pet peeve is ever, because I get annoyed at so many things, like so many small things, so I couldn't even pick one. Like, also, Americans pronounce some words wrong. We say schedule when they say schedule. We say data and they say data. Like, why? And when they also be like Nike, I'm pretty sure it is pronounced Nike, but like, I mean, we just say Nike. Like, there's no Y there, just say Nike. And it's Adidas, not Adidas. So I'm be like heavy breathers. Like, I mean, I don't know what it is, but like Seb is such a heavy breather, and like when I'm sitting next to him, it's like air conditioning on my face. Yeah, I don't know why he does that, but like you can hear him, like when there's silence in the room, like all you hear is him breathing. They asked for one biggest pet peeve, and I think I've listed like 20. Oh my god, right. So I got a good few questions of what made me want to start YouTube, my biggest inspirations. So basically, like, nobody really inspired me to start YouTube. Like, the only reason I started it is because I knew it was something that I'd like really love doing. So I mean, I can't really say anyone inspired me, which is kind of shitty. Like, I have no story there. I just done it because I wanted to do it, kind of thing. A few people asked me who are my favorite YouTubers, and now my top all-time favorite YouTuber would definitely be Bretman Rock.
Period, and period.
It was ages ago. I remember Bailey showed me him and we just thought he was so funny, and like I have been watching him ever since. And obviously as well, I watch Olivia Neal a lot. Like, I think everybody from Northern Ireland watches Olivia Neal. I mean, don't take the hand out of me, I watch The Social Climbers. Not all of them, only some of them. Were you scared to start YouTube? Yeah, I was so scared to start YouTube, like really scared to start it. And I had it edited and everything finished for about a week before I posted it, because every day I was like, okay, I'm gonna post it today, and then I didn't. Like, when I went to post to Instagram about it, I mean, I got it up, had the thing wrote out and all, sat there for another hour and a half before I got the courage to like press the share button. I also got asked, what are you looking forward to most after lockdown? Yeah, obviously it's like Seb and seeing my friends and stuff, but like a night out. Well, I'm joking, like it's obviously seeing Seb and like my friends and stuff, but really a night out. Yeah. Honestly as well, probably fourth in that line would be like to go for a nicer more. If you could save one beauty product from a fire, what would it be? My foundation. It's the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and it's in the shade sand. Now this is a very like dark brown. I only really wear it if I'm have tan or something on, or for a night out, and I like being pretty dark when I go on a night out because I hate being pale. So this is the one I use, and I love it because it's like so like full coverage and everything. I just think it's great. I got asked like my go-to eyeshadow palette. Okay, so my favourite eyeshadow palette would be the Fruit Sorbet one. So tiny, but it is so cute. Like, it has pure nice colours. And you see, like, I've had this now for about a year and I literally have barely used it. But like my go-to one would be this. It's so dirty, like the label thing's kind of just like half peeled off it. It's pure ew looking. It's the Morph. It's a 25A. It was a limited edition, I think, because it said that when I bought it. That there's a, like, it is pure cute. It is my go-to one because like I wear browns a lot. I got asked if I was stranded on a desert island, who would I wish to have with me, and I was kind of thinking about this because like I know a lot of people be like, oh, like my mom, my dad. Like, realistically, if I was stranded on a desert island, I'd probably want like Bear Grylls or something with me. I wouldn't want anyone I know with me because I know they would just hold me back. My next question was my worst habit, and I mean, I also have a lot of these. Me saying I'm somewhere when I'm not. Like, I literally be in my house on the phone with my friends and I'm just like, they're like, where are you? And I'm like, oh my god, like I'm literally on the roundabout now coming into Limavady, like don't worry, I'll literally be there in 2 minutes. Me still at my house, still like drying my hair. Realistically, I won't be there for like another like at least 30 minutes, which also leads on to another one, as I'm always late. I would say that my chewing would be my worst one. Like, I literally inhale my food. Like, I eat it that fast, it's just like inhaled. Yeah. How long have you been with your boyfriend? I've known Seb now for 6 years and we've always been really, really close friends, and we actually used to go with each other a couple of years ago. And then now we've been together since last summer, so I mean, not like that long. How are you coping with not seeing him? Actually dreading going back to see him. I don't know, obviously we are finding it so difficult not seeing each other at all. Like, the most I've seen him is one day he came and he brought me flowers out. It's like when this quarantine kind of started, it was like a couple weeks in. He came and brought me flowers out and everything, and chocolate and all that there. And I literally seen him through a window and like we waved. It was so sad. Like, he was literally just like, and that was literally it. Like, that's how much I've seen him since this full thing started. So yeah, I literally haven't seen him in months, and how am I coping with not seeing him? Like, obviously it is extremely difficult and we know that. We are just sticking to it and we're just like biding our time until basically Boris says that we can see each other again. Okay, so I got asked my favourite brands and clothing stores, and that would be Pretty Little Thing, ASOS, Misguided, Elsie and Fred, Jaded London, Go Guy, O'Polly, Dolls Kill, and Urban Outfitters as well. Okay, so I got asked like my style inspo, and I don't know, I don't really like be inspired kind of like by anyone else's clothes. Like, I don't see something that someone's wearing and be like, I have to have that. Like, I'm literally the opposite. But like, there are people obviously on Instagram whose clothes I love. We like Emily Shack, Alicia Roddy, Megan Welsh, Mika Byrone, Jessie Law, Emma Zoe Roche. There's this girl at Bailey showed me as well. She's called What's Good. My favourite out of them all would be Lee Woods. Now the next question is, Simon said, would you exchange Bailey for a can of Monster? And I really would exchange Bailey for a can of Monster. Like, even the red shitty one I would exchange Bailey for, to be honest. My next one is my go-to skincare products. I was a firm believer of like, as little stuff as you put on your face as possible is better for it. I don't have a skincare routine, but I am, and I have been now looking for the past few weeks at the ordinary stuff, and I really want to buy like a good few things from it. Another question was, do I have any piercings or tattoos or want any? I don't have any piercings or tattoos. Like, I don't even have my earlobes pierced because they're so chubby, and I know that sounds so stupid, and it even hurts to just squeeze them a wee bit because they're so fat. Do you know how fat they are, right? Okay, so basically I was on a night out, right, and I was just sitting outside like this bar, and a boy beside me just turned around to me and was just like, you have really big earlobes. And I was like, thanks. And he was just like, oh my god, they're so big. Like, that's how fat they are. People honestly look at them and like on a night out, not even know me, and literally just say to me, you've got fat earlobes. Like, I did really want a septum piercing for a while, but just the pain of getting it done and it becoming infected and all that there, and it's just like while like a lot of work to really maintain like that piercing. So I was like, I'm not gonna get it. And about tattoos, I definitely want tattoos, and like I actually am gonna get these. Like I've had one picked out now for ages, but there was a boy who lives around me, he has the same one. I'm scared in case it doesn't suit me, so I might like try that TikTok hack where you get like print the photo out and I'll put perfume on it and then like stick it on to see what it looks like. Now my dream holiday would obviously be to go to Disneyland Florida. I mean, I've already been, and it is by far the best place I have ever been to in my entire life. Like, where would I travel? And that would honestly be everywhere again, like as many places as possible. At the end of this year, me and Seb really want to go to Amsterdam. Like, we had planned to go to Manchester for park life in summer, and then his birthday was in March there, so I kind of surprised him with like, oh, like we're going to Newcastle. I really wanted to go to Venice as well, like I think it's so pretty, and Milan, but I mean not the minute, and Berlin, like I've always wanted to go there. My sister just recently went and she loved it. And obviously Paris, like who wouldn't want to go to Paris? Prague, Santorini, literally everywhere in America. Okay, so most embarrassing thing I've done on a night out, there's a lot of these. I fell down the stairs one time in Kelly's, like we were upstairs, me and my friend in Kelly's, and the full flight of stairs, like I mean I fell down, was lying on the floor, too embarrassed to get up. The bouncer like scooped me up like a piece of shit and just like threw me on. And like me and my friend were like that drunk at the time, we were like, oh my god, I don't even think anyone's seen it. And then my other friend, her boyfriend at the time, came up and was just like, we just seen you fall down that full flight of stairs and it was hilarious. So I don't like to think about it, but I mean that happened. Then that night just went downhill from them because then I like stood on glass because I took my shoes off because I hurt my feet and all. Didn't feel it. The next day I was at my friend's and I was like, my legs, my feet are sore. Pulled up my trousers, bruises all up both of my legs. I'm also in Kelly's again. Kelly's just not like a good place for me to go. Basically Seb was like being sick because he's a fanny. He's like being kind of sick, so like that was fine. Sat down, sitting around his back, got up and like looked at my hand, lumps of vomit. Someone else's vomit, not Seb's. Would have still been bad if it was Seb's. Some randomer's vomit all over the back of me, on my like the bottom of my trainers, all over my hand, and I mean I was heaving. Like the thought of it now makes me sick. It was so lumpy. Oh, that is embarrassing. So basically we were at the warehouse, it was like this time last year. I thought before my GCSE Spanish oral I'll go out for 2 nights in a row. Done that, and I was wearing like an underboob dress, so you couldn't really wear a bra or anything with it. And I forgot to put like, you know, like boob tape on, like nipple tape. Forgot to put it on and was sitting in there and the dress was rubbing against my boobs and I had to keep pulling it down and stuff, slicing against my nips like they were red raw. And then I was just like, no, it's got to the stage, I nearly put on the bra. I was like, right, getting the bra out in the middle of the place, couldn't go to the toilets because there was that long of a queue, and I went, no, I honestly can't stand for like another hour. It was also no. Okay, so someone just asked me my favourite album, and this is time to confess. I actually don't have a favourite album because I don't listen to up-to-date music. The only music I listen to now is kind of like techno or 70s or 80s songs. Like, someone I know asked me like my favourite DJ. I feel bad for like anyone who pure just doesn't like techno or anything. I would like talking about this as well because like so many people were like But anyways, my favourite DJ probably at the minute would be like I Hate Models or Sven Bath, who I would have been seeing if I was going to Park Life. I might cry, still have never seen him. So Oshin just said, what size is your forehead in meters? So yeah, I mean it is big and I do have a receding hairline, like a 40-year-old man. And when I do get to the age of 40, I feel like I'm going to have like a reverse fade of just like a piece of hair back there, like just less hair as it goes on. I dread editing this. Like, the question is my biggest fear. Now, I don't have just one big fear. Like, I really hate the thought of like drowning, the ocean, kind of like sharks and stuff like that. I'm claustrophobic. The thought of like getting into the back of someone's boot and then the car being like, them being like, oh my god, we can't open the thing. Like, obviously rats and snakes too, I hate that. The worst, getting my bloods done. Like, people do this on the daily, like every week. I cannot get my bloods done without like passing out. I actually refuse to do it sometimes. I'm just like, nope, not getting it done. Like, I'm avoiding that at all costs. I'd rather not know what I have than actually go get my bloods done. But yeah, that's all the questions. Thanks so much to everybody who asked me them. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.
Yourself, tell me what must I do?